Dawn finally arrived, and a brand new day has just begun. Lavinia and Katerina were lying on the ground as they were passed out from the light. Katerina opened her eyes halfway and saw her sister lying next to her face down. Lavinia, she said. Hearing her name being called, Lavinia got up and turned to her sister. Katerina, she replied. They had discovered that they were able to get out of the grave before being buried with Victor's remains. Oh my chaos! Lavinia gasped. We did it! Katerina cheered. Yes! They shouted with glee as they shared a sisterly hug. Lavinia, Katerina, someone called. It did not take long for them to recognize that their foster brother's voice. They saw Sonic running up to them and they shared an embrace. Thank Taika and Chaos that you're okay, he said. Nice work, girls! Tails joined in. Thanks, Tails, Katerina said. The cat twins shared a fist bump with the fox. That was quite a show, Styx stated. You did really well, Shadow said. Well done, everyone, Victor said. You all had done your part to prevent Hugo's regain of terror, especially you two. He looked over the cat twins and let out a smile. You were able to differences aside and work together like true siblings should, Victor said. We are the cat twin sisters after all, Katerina said, as Lavinia nodded her head in response. They wrapped each other, one arm around each other. Victor sniffled a bit before saying, Words cannot describe how grateful I am for your help. A tear began to form in one of his eyes, but Tails got out a box of tissues and handed to the good twin. It's no problem, Victor, he said. The spirits wiped the tear with one of the tissues and smiled. He said, After all this time of being trapped in the grave where my brother was indeed tended to be buried, I could finally live in peace. Because the sun's rising, Victor's spirit began to disappear, but before he was completely gone, he had one final thing to say to the heroes. Thank you, he said. Thank you for all giving me the peace. I will never forget you. Once he said his final say, Victor's spirit disappeared within the sun. The heroes waved goodbye to the spirits as the sun finally rose from the field. Styx turned to look at the grave and saw something that caught her eye. Hey guys, look, she said. They all turned in the direction and saw those roses on Victor's grave, indicating that his gratefulness for the heroes' assistance. Lavinia and Katerina walked to the grave and kneeled down beside it. It's our pleasure to help you, Victor, Katerina said. We will never forget you either, Lavinia said. They looked at Sonic, who gave them a thumbs up. Her friends let out a smile, letting them know how proud they were. Lavinia and Katerina smiled at them, repressing their pride and happiness. Then a voice called Sonic's name as he turned to see Amy getting up from the ground. What happened? She asked. I remember watching a movie and then I ended up here. He took one of the roses from Victor's grave and walked up to his girlfriend. It's okay, Amy, Sonic said. It was only a nightmare. I'm here for you. He placed a rose on the pink hedgehog's headband. Roses are one of your favorite flowers after all, Sonic added. Amy learned that her boyfriend remembered her favorite show and favorite flower. Happily hugged him. Thank you, Sonic, she said. Knuckles got up and rubbing his head. Hey guys, he greeted the others. What's going on? How did we end up here? Rouge asked. Sonic, Tails, Shadow, Lavinia, and Katerina and Styx all looked at each other for a few seconds before they looked at the rest of their friends. No need to worry, guys, Tails said. You all must have been quite a nightmare. Yeah, what do you all say we go to Station Square Cafe for some breakfast? Sonic suggested. I love their hot chocolate chip muffins, Cream said. Count me in for some iced pumpkin spice coffee, Vector joined in. Some mint tea would do just right for me, Espio said. In that case, let's go, Sonic said. Everyone joined the Blue Hedgehog to Station Square Cafe, but Lavinia and Katerina stopped themselves in their tracks. They looked at each other silently and agreed to go back to Victor's grave. Hey, Victor, Katerina said. It's me and Lavinia. We want to make a moment to take it and give you a present before we go. Lavinia replied. They kneeled down beside and picked up 2 roses from the ground. Here are some roses from us to you. It's a way of saying thank you for doing your part and help us stop Hugo, Katerina said. Now you could finally rest in peace. Lavinia joined in. We are proud to call you our friend. The cat twins placed the roses on the grave before standing up and giving each other a side hug. Suddenly, Sonic called out to his sisters. Hey girls, aren't you coming? He asked. Yep, Lavinia called back. We're on our way, Katerina announced. Come on, little sis, Lavinia said. Okay, big sis, Katerina said with her. They ran to catch up with the rest of their friends and they all head to Station Square Cafe for some breakfast. The roses laid on the grave with the leaves falling onto the ground on a lonely tree. Victor was no longer alone. He was given one thing that he lacked from his brother for that too long. It was not just peace, but it was also friendship. He was finally loved by the cat twins and his friends. And that was a night in Crybaby Lane neither Sonic, the cat twins, nor the rest of the gang would ever forget. And that, my little pretties, was Sonic and Friends in Crybaby Lane. A Sonic and Friends Crybaby Lane crossover, I guess you could say creepypasta or fanfiction, whatever you prefer to call this one. This was written by, who was it? Oh yeah, this was written by Bailey Maloney. My final thoughts on this story? That was me clapping, by the way. Absolutely amazing crossover with Crybaby Lane. The story, I do remember reading the creepypasta on it, not too long ago. And then I found out that Bailey wanted to write a story based on, Crybaby Lane, but this time with Sonic and his friends. It's a pretty good crossover, I'm not gonna lie. It's a really neat crossover. If I'm just gonna be completely and utterly honest, I'm gonna sit here and say my best things about this one. Now, I have read a couple Sonic stories in the past, and this one actually was pretty good. It's a really great creepypasta. Or, well, fanfiction. I'm calling this a creepypasta, but if you want to call this a fanfiction, then that's totally fine because, it's your opinion. If you like it, that's fine. If you don't like it, that's understandable. I like this story personally. I really found this one to be great. I do like how, Hugo's the evil twin who wants, to take over the town and all that. And Victor, who is a good spirit, who wants to be, laid in rest in peace. It's pretty neat and all of how that story went out. It's a really well made story. I actually really found this one to be quite amazing, especially with Sonic, because I know it's been quite a little bit just since I read a Sonic story. I know it's been quite a little while, so this is actually a good throwback for me to read a Sonic story. I do like the plot of its own self. I found it to be really neat and all. I love how Sonic and his friends were added into it. It's pretty good too. I know for a full fact that this was an amazing, well-made story. The grammar was pretty good, and same with the sentence structuring. And I do like how, everything went out about this story. It's a really good one. So I definitely would have to say right here, right now, I definitely do find this one to be, enjoyable. Now, the only things I would have to say, it's not really main negatives or anything, but it's something I need to make a mention of, there was a few punctuation errors in the story. There wasn't really many in, each chapter, but there were a couple of punctuation errors that I did spot in the story that maybe could be fixed up. But other than that, it was a pretty well-made story. Bailey Maloney, you did a pretty good job with this story. I honestly really think you did amazing. I hope you make another Sonic story soon because, this was just fantastic. Along with the Cat Queen, oh yeah, the Sonic, lost, comic creepypastas, Shadow Black and all that. That was pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty well made in detail. I sure hope you make more Sonic, stories in the future because I would love to read more of your Sonic stories. This was fantastic. So, I guess with that being the case and with that being said, yeah. I mean, I know this is not really a long review or anything because, it was just a short story. I mean, it was fantastic. Like, it's kind of based on the Crybaby Lane concept, with the crossover with Sonic. Like, I mean, I can honestly see Sonic maybe doing something like this, although I haven't watched Sonic in, like, years, but I can honestly see that being the case, although I'm not really too sure, but who really knows? Maybe something like this could be, possible in the future. Like, I'm gonna be complete 100% honest. I still like this story. And, I mean, when I first took a look at the first chapter, it was pretty good. And the second chapter was really well made. And the fourth chapter and the other chapters were good. And it's on Google Docs. So, in case if you guys are wondering, it's not on a wiki. So, I can't link it or anything. So, I want to give a shout out to Bailey Maloney for thank you so much for writing this story. If you are not subscribed to her, I recommend you check out her channel out. She's got pretty good Sonic content, and I recommend you subscribe to her because she's amazing. So, yeah, like I'm gonna say, this is simply my own personal opinion on this story. If you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. We're all entitled to our own opinions regards to these creepypastas. Or fan fictions, if you prefer to call this a fan fiction, that's fine. So, my final rating of the story would have to be I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. It was well made, beautifully well done. It was fantastic. I really do like the storyline of it all. It works pretty good. And I can honestly see, this going on with Sonic. I really hope they make a Sonic parody or something similar to like this. But who knows? Maybe there might be a Sonic movie or something that parodies this in the future. Who really knows? I would really love to see that. So anyways, what did you guys think about this creepypasta? Did you all enjoy it? Did you all not? Also, what we have done personally to help make this story a lot better? Feel free to leave me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. I'm the Queen of Lions. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because I make brand new videos every single day. And don't forget to ring the notification bell to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, please roll the outro because I'm out.